Hello everyone. Hello brothers and sisters. Ashley here. Uh, I come to you with two dreams. Well, actually, yeah, with two dreams. I do have another dream, but that'll be spoken in another video. And these two dreams are spoken about a flood. And I received one dream in April 29th, 2020, and I received the other dream yesterday. Yesterday, what is Thursday? May 8th. Yesterday, May 8th, 2020. I will get on with the first dream. In the first dream, I had like a bird's eye view. I saw a vehicle just driving down the road. It was like a Jeep, a regular Jeep, and my spirit flew towards the car, and I ended up inside the car. And who I saw in the car was three people in the car. A husband, a wife, maybe a grown child. I really didn't pay too much attention. Other person who I was sitting next to behind the driver and passenger. The husband and wife was in the front, and me and the other person were in the second row back seat. We ended up having a conversation where we spoke about what we're going to use to protect ourselves. Really, I did not know what was the conversation was about. So, but we just went ahead with the conversation, where we spoke about we are going to use something to protect ourselves. And I had like a rod in my hand, like a metal rod. But at the same time, I was thinking I'm gonna duck down behind the driver's seat to protect myself, because I'm thinking if anything were to happen to the car, it will be the roof of the car that would dent. And yeah, but I did not know. I did not know what was happening, really. I did not know what was happening. So so I said I will use this rod to protect myself. Okay, so the husband drove up to an area. The husband drove to an area. Next thing happened where something hit the car. Something just hit the top of the car, on the top roof of the car, and then the car just went. The car crashed, and everybody was out of the car. And this was weird. It wasn't like the car got hit by a branch or by a pole, and then we were all bloody and hurt and stuff like that. No, the car got hit by some branch or or pole maybe, and everyone was just out of the car. That's it. So I saw a building. And I wanted to get to the second floor. It was a 2-story building, and I wanted to get to the second floor to seek shelter. I still didn't know what was going on. While I was running to the building so I can get to the second floor, a wave, a flood came and wiped us out. It wiped us out. And yeah, and then me being a, a good swimmer, I was glad that I was able to I was able to swim in the dream. I was able to swim in the dream. So my goal was to, strive to swim to get to the second to get to the second floor of the building. The first floor was flooded. The first floor of the building was flooded. So I saw a lady that was next to me. I saw a lady that was next to me. She was striving to get to the building. Though I saw some people in front of me as well, and they were striving to get to the building as well. But my thought process was to get to the second floor to seek shelter. And then I wanted to help the lady. I wanted to help the lady so she can so she can get herself to the building as well with me. But the thing was, the wave came back, was coming back from the building. The wave was coming in different directions, but this wave was coming right back, coming from the building, because the building, it, the water went into the building. The first floor had flooded. The wave came back, and then and before it came towards us, I was trying to tell her to jump up so the water can go through you, so you were able to swim. You'll be able to swim. After that moment where I was trying to help that lady out, the wave came back. I already jumped up. And the wave went through. The wind went through me. I look at the lady. I look at the lady, and she had a mouthful of water. A mouthful of water. And then after that, the dream ended. The dream ended. Now, yesterday, I was sleeping. I was resting for work. You guys know that I'm a security officer working overnight, and I was resting for work, and I had this dream. In this dream, it was beautiful but sad at the same time. It was beautiful and sad. I live in the first floor of my complex. There's only 2 floors of my complex. But in that dream, I wasn't on the first floor. It looked like I was in the 3rd floor. That's what it looked like to me. I was on the 3rd floor, 2nd floor, 3rd floor. That's what it looked like. No, I believe I was on the 2nd floor. I believe I was the 2nd floor, because within the quick of an eye, and just the quick of an eye, it looked like I was in a much higher floor. I was in a much higher floor. So okay, so let me just get on with the dream. Oh my, something in my eye. Excuse me. Okay. I saw that I was coming out. I saw that I was coming out. I was coming out through my sliding doors to go outside. I think I was watering the plants. I don't know if that's what I was doing, but I was doing something. I was going to do something outside in my patio, my outside front patio. And the next thing I know, something just beautiful happened to me. I was like, wow. I was lift up, and I was like spinning. But wait, actually, okay. When I came outside, when I came outside when I came outside to the my front patio, outside, what outside wasn't like shiny. The sun wasn't out. It was cloudy. It was cloudy. But the breeze, but the breeze was very nice. The breeze was very nice. Okay. I think I went to go water the plants, and the next thing I know, I was lifted up and I was spun around. I was spun around. I was spinning and I was spinning. I was spinning. And then I'm like, but I enjoy. I actually did enjoy being spun around. I'm like, if anybody can do something like this to me, it's God. Okay. After I was okay. After that was done, God put. I was being put down, and then I heard a voice. I heard a voice, and it was a deep voice. It was so deep, I could not understand what that voice was saying. I could not understand. So I asked, "Can you repeat what you said? Because I do not understand what you were saying." That voice sounded like it was coming from the sky. It was coming from the sky. And so the voice said right back to me, "How could you not understand what I'm saying to you?" Okay, you know what? I just be quiet. I just be quiet, okay? I just be quiet, okay? So I just, let the voice talk. But I heard that voice. It was so deep. I could not really understand what the voice was saying. The voice was so deep. All I know, I did understand I did understand some of the words, but and I did understand some of the words, so I was able to figure out how the spirit was feeling, and the spirit was not happy. The spirit was not happy. I don't know if it was God or just the Holy Spirit. I don't know. But I would say it was mostly from God, because I heard one part of the when the Spirit was speaking, he said, "How could my people do this to me? How could my people do this to me?" The voice sounded so frustrated. It sounded so frustrated. And then I heard that one part that was just so important. It was just so important for me to hear. Oh, excuse me. The voice said, how come my people do this to me? I have done everything for them. I have done everything for them. And then I really can't really, remember the other things. The voice was so deep. The voice was so deep. But it's some of the words I can't really remember, you know. But I can remember like the rest of the words, like one or two words maybe, like they will be punished. They will be punished. So it I I saw water in my apartment, in my apartment complex. Water was flowing, passing by on the sidewalk, on the grass. Water passing by, water passing by. And in a blink of an eye, I was on a much higher floor, and the water was rising, and it rise up to the second floor. To the second floor? No, to the it covered the first floor. It covered the first floor. It covered the first floor. So the water was that high. It was that high, and it was just coming up. It was coming up, and that was it. That was it. That was it. I just couldn't believe my eyes that felt, the wind, it was, it was a little, it was breezy outside. It was breezy outside. And I went outside just to go water the plants in my balcony. And I'm like, I know I wasn't on the first floor. I was like in the second floor. So it's a balcony. I was on the second floor. Went out to go water the plants, and I was lifted up. I was lifted up, and I was spun around. I closed my eyes. I closed my eyes, and I enjoyed, and I was enjoying being spun around. I was spun around, spun around, spun around, spun around. I said about 10 times maybe, and then I was being put down, and I heard the voice. The voice was so deep. I didn't even ask who this voice was. I didn't even ask. I just heard the voice. I heard the voice, and the voice spoke. The voice just, it kept talking, pouring out his feelings, pouring out his feelings, pouring out his feelings. And then I know I heard, why my people do this to me? I have done everything for them, and they do this to me. And then I think I heard also, it's coming. It's coming. They will be punished. So while the voice was speaking, I saw the water flowing, passing by on the sidewalk, on the grass, just passing by. It was coming. It was rushing. It was going. And then, within the blink of an eye, in the blink of an eye, the water was rising. The water was rising, and that water looked like it was covering the first floor. And then I was on a much higher floor. I was on a much higher floor. And then I saw a lady across from me. She was looking down. She saw the water passing by, water passing by. And then after that, the dream ended. I want you guys to know that I have been struggling to get my relationship back with God, because I would just say that I left God. I left God. I put somebody else before him. I put somebody else before him. And I was with that person for 3+ years in that relationship. And that relationship was no good. No good at all. So, and then I had to cry out to God to help me, to get me out, because I was just so weak to leave. So, going through that relationship, God was letting me know I'm going off track. I'm going off track. I'm going off track. And God was there, where he was trying to tell me, I didn't disregard it, but at the same time I did, because when he gave me the dreams to motivate me to leave the relationship, I was scared. I was scared to leave, because at the time I had my daughter, who is now 2 years old. She was like 1. She was 1 years old. I'm like, who's going to watch the kids? because I was planning. I was planning. I did wanted to leave the relationship, but I was planning. I was planning, so I'm like, so it's hard. It's hard for me right now. So I just waited for the time to come. So God was able to have to allow something to happen, and then I never went back into that relationship. Never did. It was very toxic, a very toxic relationship. And those 3 years, I'm in darkness. And then after those 3 years, after leaving the relationship, I was still in darkness. And then I have been doing my best to get myself out. So I've been trying to get myself out of darkness. And then I see that, I see more of the light. I see more of the light than myself in the darkness. And and to dream of something like this made me happy. It made me happy. And then not only that, to come back and do this work, I'm happy. I'm very happy because this is something that I actually love to do. This stuff excites me. It excites me when God, comes to me and he brings me a dream for me to see. Not just only to me, my children as well, because I pray for that. I pray for that. For he to, give the children a dream. Let them know that, you're God. Let them know that their mother is praying to the God that she served. Let them know that, God is here. Let them know. My daughter has been receiving dreams, and then I'm just so happy. I asked her about it and stuff like that. She's getting good dreams and stuff like that. So just to have this work again makes me happy. But besides all of that, a flood is coming. I do not know where it's gonna come. I do not know when it's gonna happen. I do not know when and where. I don't know nothing. All I know that God is gonna bring a flood. I have my Bible here to read to you guys from the book of Amos, chapter 8 and chapter 9, where it spoke about the flood. Chapter 8, verse 8, it says, Shall not the land tremble? Shall not the land tremble for this? And everyone mourn that dwelling therein. And it shall rise up wholly as a flood, and it shall be cast out and drowned as by the flood of Egypt. And then chapter 9, verse 5. And it says, And the Lord God of hosts is he that touches the land, and it shall melt. And all that dwell therein shall mourn, and it shall rise up wholly like a flood. It shall be drowned as by the flood of Egypt. Same thing. A flood is coming. Like I said, I do not know where. I do not know when. But a flood is coming. And another sad time is coming. In the book of Matthew, chapter 24, it says, verse 8, that what's going on in verse 7, in verse 7, it says it will be the beginning of sorrows. So there's more to come. There's more to come. And then that flood, I don't want to say I do not want to believe, but since there's more to come, and it says people will mourn, people will cry, there will be death coming. And with the flood, there will be death. So there will be more tears to shed because of what's coming on this planet Earth. The year 2020 is something else. And I pray, and I pray that God will spare you. That God will spare you. People, buckle up. There's more of 2020 is coming. More events that will come. God is punishing his people. God is tired. He is tired. He has held his peace too much. He has held his peace for too long. He has held his peace too long. And God has warned his people that he is coming, and he is coming quickly. He is coming quickly. God is tired. He has held his peace. He has held his breath for too long. It's coming. 2020 is the year of disturbance, out of chaos, distraction, destruction. There'll be more to come. So God bless everyone. I'll see you in the next video.